Chicago to Colorado, there's nothing in there. But like the first time you do it, it doesn't matter that there's nothing because the nothingness is so cool. I've been looking at vans for a while casually, and it's like you see a fully converted van for like $15,000, $20,000, and it's like, yeah, that's a dream. So when I saw this thing for $5,000, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll buy this van. You get in this thing and you're driving, and then you look back and you're like, wow, my whole house is back there. You know, I got anything I need. I mean, there's solar power. This is all solar. The TV, you know, microwave fridge. There's a stove, a bed. It's all made. Like, I don't know. I couldn't say no to it. I got to show you this feature. This is called a fly shooter. So you just point it at a fly. Dead. Any mechanic I bring this to takes a look at this thing and they're like, mm-mm. I brought it to Dodge, the Dodge dealership, and they're like, yeah, man, look, we're not experienced enough to deal with this. And I was like, you guys are Dodge. You know, it used to be super loud and I thought that was normal. Turns out it was just super bad to be driving it like that, but I had no idea back then. I didn't know anything about cars. Yeah, I mean, there was one time my spark plug kept getting burnt because I had this hole in my exhaust manifold, so it was just like burning the cable, so I just put a beer can around it. Worked like a charm. Got me all the way from California to Colorado. In repairs, what I've spent on the van, worth it. I like fixing things, and I've kind of learned that through the van, and it's definitely helped me figure out, like, oh, you know, I want to do something with my hands, hands-on. I do have definitely a connection. Even if it only gives me one more trip across the country, I won't have any regrets. It's 30 hours from here to Colorado. That first trip, that was like the first trip I took in it, and it was with my girlfriend, and I hadn't really tested Daisy's limits at that point. I didn't have the best tires, I didn't have heat, so my windshield couldn't defrost. I'm driving with one hand, I'm scraping the ice off my windshield with the other. Then we go around this one turn, there's a car in the other lane that had like just completely flipped over, windshield smashed in, all the windows, it's completely upside down. But I couldn't stop the van or else we'd be stuck there. You know, I had to use the momentum to get up, and that was scary. You really get a sense of who Mother Nature is when you go out. There's some crazy forces out there. I don't know. There were a lot of days where we'd get there, it would be after dark, we'd set up camp in the dark, and then you wake up and it's like you're on Mars, you know, or you go to the white sand dunes in New Mexico and you're on the moon, and you go to Snowbird and, you know, just outside of Salt Lake City, and you're like in this mountainous like paradise where you feel like you're, I don't know, some explorer. And you go to Wyoming and you're in the middle of nowhere. There's no gas stations for like 200 miles, and you're just there. Wow, you know. I don't think there is a typical day. That's kind of the beauty of it. Every day is going to be different. You know, and I've talked to a lot of friends since I've got home. They're like, wow, that's so cool. Like, I could never do that. Like, it's not that hard. You just get in your car, you figure it out as you go. If you can kind of just accept that, like, whatever, I'm going on this adventure, it's not going to go as planned, you know, whatever's going to happen will happen, and I don't see any need to rush it.
Daisy, my baby, I love how we fall